it's Katsumi, and today I'm summoning the cards for a timeless reading. So, whenever you find this, trust that there's a message here meant for you. Now, let's unravel the mysteries waiting in the cards. Okay, so I've already pre shuffled ahead of time, so I don't have to shuffle on the go. Ooh, looks like we already have something. There's always enough. Ooh, interesting. Always enough with the koi fish spirit. Number 36 might be of significance at this time. Also, embrace the in between. Interesting. So, there's always enough, and take time to embrace the in between. Ooh, the cards are very, how you say, like almost, I wouldn't say rigid, but perhaps that might be what you're feeling at this time in some regard. Like some things might be a little rigid or kind of like hard to maneuver through, right? And then you also have see the big picture. So maybe some things feel almost like robotic. You know, this could be like in a corporate environment. This could be even in like just the day to day things feel almost like mundane, rigid, stiff, not having that momentum that you expected to have. But transformation is coming and it's going to be very beautiful. So just how you say, hang in there, right? And there's always going to be enough, so don't worry. No matter what's happening, everything's going to work out in divine timing, okay? And just embrace the moment as they come up. Give gratitude and grace, and now is a lucky time for you as well. And trust in the divine detours that are happening. So even though things are really, really crazy, really sporadic right now, right? It's okay to just let things happen naturally, take course naturally. The bigger picture is awaiting you, so you just have to look and take time to actually look in order to see it coming, right? And don't forget to give gratitude. Give with gratitude and give with grace, okay? With the turkey spirit, number 61 might be of significance. You also have the porcupine spirit. Porcupines are so prickly, I've never seen one in real life. But it's time for a beginner's mindset. So don't forget to think on your feet. But always come at it with a beginner's mindset because you never know. You might surprise yourself when you come at it from a place of curiosity, right? And that's just also embracing all those in betweens, coming at every little thing with beginner's mindset, curiosity, fresh minds, right? And that's going to allow you to lay a solid foundation going forward. Okay, so now let's check out your spread for today. So these are the main themes, right? So let's keep these in mind. And now let's check out what's happening in your past, present, future. We're also going to check out a little bit of what's going to hinder you or help you, in addition to your subconscious and your influence at this time. And as that leads you to your approach and final outcome for the future, right? Ooh, wow, that popped out super, super quick. So in your situation, you have, I always have something to celebrate. So with the Four of Wands, the Four of Wands is about celebration, harmony, and stability, right? And you are celebrating something at this time. And I'm super curious what that might be, right? And maybe that's because you're just embracing the in between. You're seeing that bigger picture we were talking about, right? Which is allowing you to come at things with almost not only just a sense of gratitude, but with calm bliss, right? Stability. And something that can hurt you, hinder you perhaps, or even help. It's about, I make it my business to get the job done. So there are some things that perhaps might require a little bit of support, and you might almost go out of your way to support these things and to make sure that it reaches the finish line. But sometimes that may not always work out in your favor, but it will work out in the favor of those who you're supporting. It's almost like you are at work, right? And you are going the extra mile, but in all actuality, it probably would still be able to get to the place it needs to be with the individuals involved, but you always go out of the way to be your very best and to support those around you and to show them that, hey, I can help you with this. But don't forget that at times this will hinder you because you very well might do overtime or how you say, like, over encumber or kind of take in more than what you can, not necessarily what you can't do, but maybe you're just filling your pockets with a lot of things to do. And while you're able to accomplish them, you may not have that sense of like calm that you would get if you were able to just like do things step by step with a grace and with like a plan in place. Sometimes when we help people, we may oftentimes like go out of our way in such a way that will actually prevent us from rejuvenating and being able to take time off or even relax at times. So I definitely feel a lot of strong energy here coming from some of you in the collective where you're getting the job done no matter what. Even if it's going to hinder you, you are there to be supportive, and that's amazing. But that can also, be a pro and a con at the same time, right? It's a give and take here, right? But in your subconscious and your influence, you have I move on with the 6, 7, 8 of cups. So with the 8 of cups, you're letting go, you're walking away and seeking emotional fulfillment, right? And maybe that's what's happening from these situations that you're experiencing, right? This challenge that you were facing. Maybe you realize, like, hey, I'm no longer fulfilled at this thing that I'm doing, or through the support that I'm getting, I don't feel a sense of reward or accomplishment. I perhaps may not be getting the recognition that I desire, right? So these are things that might come up in our heads when we are going above and beyond for those around us, right? But at the end of the day, you have something to celebrate because you know you're amazing, and by you reclaiming your power, you're going to be able to move on and keep making momentum going towards your near future, which we're going to find out very soon. But in the past, you were treating yourself, and maybe you're reflecting on that in your current situation, which is allowing you to move on, right? But with the Nine of Pentacles, you were in that self sufficient, right? Enjoying the fruits of your labor phase. For some reason, Spirit told me to put this here, but it's actually supposed to be in your goals and ideas. But this is for your near future. You got the Sun for the near future, so we're gonna go through that very soon. But it's about joy, success, material, happiness, and vitality. So maybe these are not only your goals and ideas, but something you're also putting into fruition in your near future. So let's see what your goals and ideals are, which might be why these two are connecting in some way, right? So let's check that out. And yeah, as I was saying, the past is a reminiscent of the future outcomes, right? You're treating yourself and now you're feeling alive. You are reclaiming your power, you're reclaiming your energy, yourself, your, what is it called? Like your self esteem, your self reassurance, right? Ooh, there's a lot of cards popping up, and you can take criticism. You're being able to lead with a sense of almost like clarity, and you're at a final decision and you're being able to self evaluate. Oh no, I dropped so many cards. No, I was trying to avoid that. Oh no. Okay, so I'm gonna go pick those up. But yeah, so the sun, very beautiful. But let me pick these up real quick. Oh, interesting. I'm super curious what I dropped. So we've got, oh, I don't make things harder than they have to be. Okay. Ooh, fancy. I indulge in my fantasies. I rest in power. And I have a solid plan with I give and take. All these energies wanted to pop out for your goals and ideas. You are literally giving back to yourself, almost like I give and I receive. It's no more I give all the time. It's I expect that there are, some sense of return in terms of not feeling like you overburdened yourself and those around you are not taking that into consideration, right? You're finally resting in your power and you're having a solid plan as you move forward into your future, which is why you feel so alive at this time. I love that for you. We're gonna put this back in here, but like try to move it around, all right? Um, but I love that. That's amazing. So let me just check the floor one more time. I don't want to roll over my cards. Okay. Oh, I missed one here on the side. Okay. And so your approach at this time, right, is probably going to be somewhat in relation to this I feel alive. And it says, I feel it all. Ace of Cups. So you have emotional fulfillment, love, new beginnings. I love that for you. You're sipping on some tea, coffee, a really warm drink in this cold, beautiful weather. If it's cold where you are, I'm feeling some sense of cold and warmth, right? But we love that. We love the idea of emotional fulfillment, right? There's love happening here. So you might be starting new relationships, partnerships, right? Friendships, right? Platonic, romantic. Who knows, right? The sky's the limit for you. But that's your approach. You're living and feeling it all. Okay. Now let's find out what your environment is looking like. And because you are in approach of I feel it all, I'm super curious how that's going to be impacting your environment at this time, which is I don't bend and break. So you're feeling it all. You're not bending and breaking with the 6, 7, 8 of strengths. So the 8 of strengths, oop, wow, that popped out too really fast. Oh my goodness. So the 8 of strengths is about courage, inner strength, taming one's passions, right? And you have a lot of passion surfacing in this reading right now. You are amazing. You have so many different things coming through for you. And you also are living without judgment. You have the lovers, and love is about love, partnership, and choices. You're making very wise decisions at this time. And with your final outcome, you can afford to indulge in sweetness. Knight of Pentacles. So with the Knight of Pentacles, you have that reliability, that's responsibility and steady progression that is happening because of your approach here. So as you are in this current situation of having something to celebrate, keeping in mind how the past impacted your perspectives, right? And how that's leading you to your near future in order to feel alive with the sun, taking the approach of feeling it all no matter what happens, and that's feeling the fulfillment of things, starting new things, and working towards the final outcome of being able to indulge and have a really good time. We love that. Wow, this is a longer reading than usual, but I'm also going to finish off the reading for you with a little bit of more messages, right? Okay, let's see what we got here. Ooh, oh wow. Okay. Say yes. So something's about to happen. And I'm getting really, really good vibes for you right now. But something's about to happen. And the universe, the spirit guides are saying, say yes. Trust that everything's going to work out. Ooh, beloved within relationships. So you have some really great relationships right now. Something is going to happen. And you're going to say yes. You might be afraid to say yes. I'm getting a little bit of anxiety, right? But it's really good anxiety. And yeah, there's some innocence there. But you are beloved in the relationships that you have. And remember your roots and perspective. So don't forget everything that you've endured in the past, right? We talked about how, you're always giving, right? And you're now reclaiming your power. So don't forget that perspective, but don't let that hinder you from saying yes to something that's good coming in for you, right? And then you're not broken, okay? Trust the process. You're attracting everything into your life like a rose to receive all your desires at this time, okay? So open up, let the universe take you for this ride and receive all the abundance you deserve. So it's been a pleasure sharing this reading with you. If it resonated, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.